I'm Catherine and I'm director of The Beach.
I'm Bethan, I'm one of the writers and creators of The Beach.
And what is The Beach, Bethan?
What is The Beach, Catherine? The Beach is an interactive experience for adults where you are asked to step into a world that is full of tasks and challenges, missions and a bit of danger as well, I would say.
Yeah, so it's a theatre game, and one of the things that we've been looking at in terms of gaming is this idea of jeopardy and threat. So we've been looking at what kind of jeopardy and threat could exist on a beach in North Wales. We've been travelling around the beaches of North Wales since December of last year, and we came down to Prestatyn and fell in love with it, as well as a few other places.
Even though it was a cold day and it was raining lots, so I think that says a lot.
Yeah, you can see the photographs if you want.
And I'd like to say that we've related it to Prestatyn as well. Instead of plonking something on the beach, we've actually gone under the sand, I would say, of Prestatyn to find out what the stories are, what the local stories are, and then adding our magical world on top of that.
Yeah, so almost like there's an element of documentary in there as well, that a lot of the things that happen in the beach are based on real life characters from Prestatyn, real life people that we've met, and making sure that it's got an integrity, because one of the things we didn't want was for it to be a game and for it to just be a laugh. And it is fun, and playing it is really good fun.
And I guess the way we've added that realness as well is that we've also got an online presence with the beach, where we give more of depth and feel and integrity to the world, but it's also because we're putting them into social networks that is reality. We're kind of trying to blend into reality as much as we can, both on and offline.
Yeah, so on Facebook, TJ Salford and Charlie Prestatyn have been really active making their online diaries. They've had a video for every single day that they've been up in Prestatyn, charting what it is that they're doing to try and bring back the missing generation into Prestatyn. And who are the missing generation, Bethan?
Who are the missing generation, Catherine? Where are the missing generation?
Well, they're not here.
They're not.
We came down to Prestatyn and we were asking, what could this show be about? If it was about game and it was about interactivity. But we wanted to make it really real and really located here. So it was the kind of show that had to be about and mean something to the people of Prestatyn, as well as people who were coming from outside. And one of the things we realised was that there was very few people here that were our age. Very few 20-somethings and early 30-somethings who were here, who were, making lives for themselves. And a lot of people here, they're actually not from Prestatyn. They're from Manchester, they're from Liverpool, they're from elsewhere in Wales. And we wanted to look at that and actually, why do people move around? Why do we leave our hometowns? And what is it that makes us go back if we go back?
Yeah, and I think that's a huge reflection, not just on age and not just on Prestatyn, but on all of us. And it turned out that every single one of the people working on this production either are or have been a member of the missing generation.
Yeah, so we've all left our hometowns, gone away to do other things, and some of us have come back to our hometowns and others haven't. So it's looking about our personal journeys, looking at where it is that we've come from, where it was that we grew up, and then what's our journey there to the place where we're at now, whether that's going home or whether that's finding somewhere else to belong. And that's then mirrored through the journeys of the two characters in the beach. Charlie's originally from Prestatyn, he goes away and eventually comes back home, and TJ is from Merthyr and he's trying to find somewhere to belong, so he's constantly in flux, moving around, trying to find somewhere where he can exist and be himself.
My name's Fiona, I'm the stage manager on the beach. I started on the project 3 weeks ago, so it's been quite a hectic 3 weeks, learning the whole game design document, which obviously the writers and the creators and Catherine have been working on for months and months and months, where they've decided where they want to place all the games, and then me coming in and going, right, okay, how are we going to do this? How is this going to work? So logistically really, really tricky, because the thought of having 36 players all over a beach was a bit crazy, and I kind of thought, I'm not going to be able to do this, but tonight it's worked, last night it worked, and it really runs itself, because in fact all the games can really sort of run by themselves. They can be played 3 times in a row. Lots of them need little kind of resets and things like that. So from my point of view, the actual show runs quite smoothly and it seems to go quite quickly because I'm on sort of timekeeper, on the curfew keeping. So we're sort of part of the story as well to make sure that the actual games run and they don't overrun, so that we've actually sort of got a real sort of set time to the piece, and it's always the same time each night. So I don't know what else I can tell you about the games. And I think that one of our games has just fallen over, which is interesting because I might need to go and save that right away. But yes, I better go back to my job. Thank you.
Bethan, could you sum up in 2 sentences why people should come and see the beach?
In 2 sentences?
Yeah, just give it 2 lines. What is the...
2 long sentences?
Really, really long.
Okay,
really long.
You should come and watch the beach if you think theatre's boring. And you should also come and watch the beach if you want an experience that will change your mind about theatre being boring.
And Catherine, about the same thing, what would you say?
Yeah,
Why should you come and see the beach?
I think you should come and see the beach because you'll have fun, you'll learn something about Prestatyn, you'll learn something about your own personal journey and where you've been, but generally it's about changing preconceptions about theatre, like Bethan was saying, but also preconceptions about where you're from and who you are, and looking at where we are in a totally different point of view. No, that was 2 sentences, they were just long.
There was a lot of commas. There was a lot of commas in that sentence.
Semicolons.
Yeah.